I gotta say, man, for someone that has been basically in hiding, insulated from the public, been both protected from the media and protected by the media, depending on which media actually shows up. Despite all that, man, Kamala Harris is having a pretty rough go of things lately. And I showed you this a couple days ago, but just to recap, man, Kamala Harris says that if you don't just shut up and take whatever she's serving, then you're just a dumb mega cult member.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
Obviously, that's not a good look, man. No matter what side you're on, no matter whether you're for or against her, it's not a good look. But this is exactly why Kamala Harris hopes that Donald Trump is going to debate her under the Joe Biden rules. She wants no audience, wants special microphones to debate Donald Trump because she has to stick to the script. One out of place laugh, one boo, even an unexpected cheer is probably going to scramble that poor lady's brain. But I mean, here's where we're at, man. It did not take her very long to just completely bend the knee and submit to the radical crazies in her party. They're following around, just letting her have it everywhere she goes. But just look at her body language here and pay attention to where she keeps looking.
He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
Days later.
You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Here's the thing. We are all in here together. I'm told an extraordinary number of folks who are here together because we love our country. We're here to fight for our democracy. Which includes respecting the voices that I think that we are hearing from. And let me just say this on topic of what I think I'm hearing over there. Let me just speak to that for a moment, and then I'm going to get back to the business at hand. So let me say, I have been clear. Now is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done. Now is the time. And the president and I are working around the clock every day to get that ceasefire deal done and bring the hostages home. So I respect your voices, but we are here to now talk about this race in 2024.
Look, man, I don't have any proof, but it really does look like she was reading that off-the-cuff exchange with protesters, off of some paper that she has in front of her. So either that was completely staged, which is horrible, damn near disqualifying, or also possible, she was just prepared for hecklers. She already knew they were coming. She already knew that she'd have to bend the knee eventually, right? But if that's the case, just think about that. The lady doesn't even trust herself to bend the knee to say ceasefire now without reading it off a page. I mean, we don't know. All things are possible. I mean, it's also possible that all it took was just a few uncomfortable encounters with the far left anti-Semitic Democrat base, and she folds. I mean, she instantaneously folds, which is, I mean, that's great leadership. Because it wasn't long ago, she released a statement after speaking to Netanyahu after she was too spineless to actually attend his address to Congress. But back then she said she supports Israel. And now she just folds to the radicals talking about it's time for a ceasefire now. And here's the thing. When she said that, the crowd just cheered like a bunch of trained seals. She tells these people that her and Joe are working on it around the clock. And these people act like that gave them some sort of comfort, right? They can't actually believe that Israel is going to care what her or Joey say or do about anything. And if she thinks that she can, if she thinks she can actually fix problems in the Middle East, she should do it. Or she should at least tell these poor, dim people what she's been doing around the clock. The president literally quit his job because she made it. So if it's time for a ceasefire now, don't talk about it, man. Be about it. Or like my friend Quavo says.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Here's the thing, man. This is not a serious person. And really, man, these pro-Palestinian, anti-Israel protesters, whatever you want to call these people, they're probably not very serious either. Because if that pacified them, if that really made them shut up, if that little phoned in display about her and Joey working real hard and ceasefire now and blah, 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 if that did it for him, man, then they're not serious, right? There is no way that she is sincere about anything, let alone a ceasefire. And there's zero chance that she's sincere about doing any work to bring any hostages home. And it's been over a freaking year, and they still haven't addressed the fact that we have American hostages being held by terrorists in Gaza right now. Still, we've never had a real national discussion about that. And don't forget, she's in office right now. This is not some empty campaign promise she's making. This is reflective of the work that she's actually doing right now. And if we haven't seen the movement that her fellow radicals want with her in office, what's going to be the magical change? Once she officially gets rid of Joey, I mean, there's no magic. There is absolutely no magic. Anyone who believes that she should be the one leading any sort of diplomatic efforts anywhere is insane. She shouldn't be allowed to talk to her allies, let alone dangerous and smart adversaries. I think Donald Trump sums it up pretty perfectly. Actually, she kind of sums it up for him.
Grossly incompetent, and in my opinion, has a very low IQ. But we'll find out about her IQ during the debate. Okay, let's find out about her IQ. So, we have this great system. I want to show you just one other thing, please. Do you mind putting it up, please? Thank you.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right?
The Caribbean nations, island nations, in the Western Hemisphere. That is where the Caribbean is. We are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors.
I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, Space is exciting.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree that there are things and tools that are available to us to slow this thing down.
We will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work.
Do you ban plastic straws?
I think we should. Yes. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. It's really difficult to drink out of a paper straw when if you don't gulp it down immediately, it starts to bend.
Yes.
And then, the little thing catches it. And then, so we got to kind of perfect that one a little bit more.
Do you know, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022?
So the United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea.
AI is kind of a fancy thing. First of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence. As a woman, there's a balance to be struck between being tough and being a Turn that off.
Obviously, those are not exactly her finest moments that are all chopped up there. But to be fair to whoever put that together, you'd have to search pretty damn hard to find any actual fine moments that she may or may not have, right? This is who she is. I mean, she's not very serious. She doesn't seem very capable. And there is zero chance that she can negotiate us into any good positions or out of any bad ones. There's just no possible way, man. And anyone who actually believes that she can, because it's time to see someone who looks like her in charge, those people do not understand how the world actually works. And honestly, man, if we really cared about seeing a female president, unless we really want there to be only one for the rest of time ever, then she shouldn't be it, right? We already know who she is, and no amount of reimagined history is going to make her effective. I mean, even in her protective bubble, I mean, these are the kinds of things that she expects you to believe.
America has tried so many of those failed policies before, and like we all know, we're not going back. We will move forward and take on the biggest issues facing our nation. For example, the issue of immigration. So I was Attorney General of a border state. I went after the transnational gangs, the drug cartels, and human traffickers. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. So I know what I'm talking about. We know our immigration system is broken, and we know what it takes to fix it. Comprehensive reform that includes strong border security and an earned pathway to citizenship.
Dude, these people that are cheering, man, just like waving signs like complete fools and cheering, they should be psychologically studied, right? She's telling them that we know the immigration system is broken, and she's telling them that she's now some sort of border hawk that took on the cartels and won, right? She says that she knows what it takes to fix it all. But back on planet Earth, she's the literal border czar right now. Fixing the border was supposedly her only responsibility. And not only did she do nothing, but she did worse than nothing. You know, we are living through the worst border crisis in our history. The journey to our southern border is now officially the most dangerous land migration route in all of human history. And she is almost solely responsible. I mean, if anybody is responsible, it's her. And these people believe that she's the answer. It's like hiring the arsonist to lead the freaking fire department. These are the people that say you're in a cult, man. And it's just, you cannot make it up, man. How is it possible that anyone falls for this insanity? I mean, she says she knows what it takes, but she won't actually say what it takes, right? There are no immigration or border related policies listed on her website, because actually she still doesn't have any policy at all listed on her website. I check it almost daily, and I hope to be surprised basically any day now. We'll make a video about her policies anytime she releases them, but it's freaking crazy, man. I'm pretty confident that these people have no real ideas. You know, Donald Trump actually proved that we do not need any new laws to affect real change and do real things that really work on the border. But these people have no clue, man. And as soon as she actually answers some questions, that should become pretty clear, I think. But that's just my take, man. I thought you'd appreciate seeing that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.